Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chapter 2, Implementing ICT Governance. In today's world, technology is everywhere, but without proper governance, IT systems can become chaotic, insecure, and inefficient. In this chapter, we will explore how organizations implement ICT governance to make IT decisions structured, secure, and aligned with business goals. Let's get started. Before we dive into the details, let's look at what you will learn in this chapter. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to number one, assess ICT governance using maturity models. 2. Analyze how ICT governance is applied in different industries. 3. Outline the steps organizations follow to successfully implement ICT governance. By understanding these concepts, will help you see why ICT governance is important in any organization that relies on technology. Now, let's start with maturity models. Before an organization improves its ICT governance, it must first measure how well it is doing. This is where maturity models help. A maturity model is a tool that helps organizations by assessing their current ICT governance level, compare themselves with industry standards, and create a roadmap for continuous improvement. Think of it as a grading system. Organizations start at a lower level and work their way up by improving governance structures and policies. Now, let's look at the most widely used maturity model, which is the capability maturity model. The capability maturity model describes how well an organization manages its ICT governance. It has 5 levels, from no governance at all to fully optimized governance. Level number 1, initial. No official ICT governance. IT decisions are made reactively and security risks are high. Level number 2, repeatable. Some policies exist, but they are not applied consistently. Level number 3, defined. Governance policies are documented and employees follow structured processes. Level number 4, managed. IT performance is measured and governance aligns with business goals. Level number 5, optimized. Continuous improvements and best practices are used to refine ICT governance. Most organizations aim to reach at least level 4 or level 5, where governance is strong and IT supports business success. Let's see an example of how a real company improved its governance maturity. The case study on a retail company's ICT maturity progression. This company had frequent IT failures, poor cybersecurity, and no governance structure. They were at level 1 in the maturity model. What did they do? Adopted COVID and IT governance frameworks. They created a structured risk management strategy and they monitored IT performance using key performance indicators. The result, the company improved to level 4 within 2 years. IT failures decreased by 50% and operations became smoother. Now, let's move on to how different industries implement ICT governance. ICT governance is not the same way for every industry. Different sectors have different needs. For the government sector, governments focus on security, compliance, and public services. Private sector, companies use ICT governance to reduce IT risk and improve efficiency. SME factor, small businesses often outsource IT governance because they have limited resources. And lastly, on the corporate sector, large corporations have formal governance boards and use COBIT, ITIL, and CMMI for structured IT governance. Government agencies manage large-scale public IT systems, meaning they need strict governance to protect data and ensure smooth operations. Key governance strategies in government structure establish ICT governance bodies like EPU, MOF, and CGICT. Processes align ICT strategy with national policies and digital transformation plans. Best practices conduct regular compliance audits and cybersecurity monitoring. Example, Malaysia's public sector ICT strategic plan integrates governance into all government agencies to improve service delivery. Next, let's see how ICT governance is applied in private businesses. Private companies use ICT governance to manage IT risks, increase efficiency, and align IT with business goals. Key governance strategies in the private sector. Structure. Companies establish CIO office and governance teams. Processes. Use COBIT and ITIL for IT service management. Best practices. Invest in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and AI automation. Example, a global bank reduced IT downtime by 30% by implementing COBIT for governance. Now, let's look at ICT governance in SME. SMEs often lack dedicated IT governance teams, so they need cost-effective solutions. Key governance strategies in SMEs structure. Many SMEs outsource IT governance to third-party providers. Processes. They focus on cost-effective governance solution. Best practices. They use cloud-based governance tools like Microsoft Azure Governance. Example, a small logistic company adopted ISO IEC 38500 to formalize IT decision-making, reducing cybersecurity threats by 50%. The corporate sector structure. Large corporations have well-defined IT governance boards. On the processes, the corporate sector implement COBIT, CMMI, and ITIL to improve IT operations. Best practices, they develop enterprise-wide ICT policies, conduct regular audits, and ensure regulatory compliance. Example, for the corporate sector is a multinational company that adopted CMMI Level 5 for IT governance, and they improved project delivery efficiency by 40%. Now we're on the last topic on the preparations for successful ICT governance implementation. For ICT governance to be successful, organizations cannot just apply random policies. They need a structured implementation plan. The five key steps are: step number one, choose an ICT governance framework. Step number two, conduct a governance maturity assessment. Step number three, engage key stakeholders. Step number 4, develop ICT policies and training programs. And step number 5, implement governance monitoring and auditing. We go detail on step 1, choose an ICT governance framework. The first step is choosing the right ICT governance framework. There is no one size fits all approach. So organizations must pick a framework based on their needs. Common ICT governance framework, COBIT, is best for enterprise-wide governance and risk management. ITIL is focused on IT service management and improving efficiency. ISO IEC 38500 ensures corporate compliance and accountability in IT decision making. Example, a financial institution choose COBIT to reduce IT security risks, helping them prevent cyber attacks and improve compliance. Now we go for step 2, conduct a governance maturity assessment. Once a framework is selected, the organization needs to assess its current governance maturity level to understand where improvements are needed. First, they need to identify current governance weaknesses. Number 2, define target maturity levels. And number 3, develop an improvement roadmap. Example, we can see on a hospital discovered weak IT governance during its assessment and decided to implement COBIT and ISO to improve data security. Step 3, engage stakeholders. For ICT governance to work, it cannot be managed by IT teams alone. It must involve key stakeholders who play an active role in decision making. So, who are the key stakeholders? Executive consists of CIOs or CEOs, which is they set governance priorities. IT teams implement governance policies. Compliance officers ensure legal and security compliance. End users follow governance guidelines. Example, a bank engaged both IT teams and compliance officers to ensure governance policies met financial regulations and cybersecurity standards. Now, let's talk about developing policies and training programs, which is the step number 4. Governance frameworks are useless if employees don't understand them. That is why organizations must develop clear ICT policies and training programs. Key components of ICT policies, cybersecurity rules and data protection guidelines, IT risk management protocols, and standardized IT service management processes. Example, we can see a company implemented an ICT security policy and provided training, reducing employee-related security breach by 40%. Now, let's look at how organizations monitor and audit governance performance, which is the step 5, implement governance monitoring and auditing. It is ways to monitor governance performance by tracking key performance indicators like IT downtime and security incidents. Conduct regular internal and external ICT audits. Update governance policies based on new risks and regulations. Example, a multinational company used KPIs to track governance performance, reducing IT failures by 50% within a year. Let's look at a real world case study of ICT governance in the healthcare industry. A hospital faced frequent IT outages that affected patient care. They needed a structured ICT governance plan. So, what did they do? They implemented COBIT and ISO IEC 38500 for governance and compliance. They trained staff on security policies and IT risk management. They set up audit processes to track performance and security. The result shows system reliability improved by 60%, ensuring better patient care. Now, let's summarize everything we have learned. Implementing ICT governance is crucial for organizations to align IT with business goals, improve efficiency, and reduce risk. By selecting the right governance framework, assessing maturity levels, engaging stakeholders, and implementing best practices, organizations can quickly, successfully establish a strong ICT governance structure. Alright, let's summarize what we have learned in Chapter 2. Number 1, maturity models help organizations to measure and improve ICT governance. Number 2, different industries apply ICT governance based on their needs. And thirdly, successful implementation follows a structured 5-step process. That is right for chapter 2. Now, take a moment to think, what level of maturity do you think most organizations are at, and how can they improve? I encourage you to apply what you have learned in your future careers because ICT governance is a critical skill in today's digital world. Thank you for being part of this session. Keep exploring, keep learning, and see you in the next chapter.